Hey, hello everybody. That was kind of a weird hello, huh? Sorry about that. Hope everybody's having a marvelous day, marvelous week coming up on the new year. We're about ready to say goodbye to 2016 and onward into bigger and better things for 2017. I don't know about any of you, but I'm looking forward to having a great year in 2017. Again, I apologize for yesterday. I just my day got away from me, and I got back from my ride late, and I wasn't really able to prepare like I wanted to. So I'd rather put it off for a day and be prepared than to give you an unprepared message. So I am prepared today, and so I'm going to be talking about what's up, Alfred. How you doing? I'm going to be talking about secrets and silence. Secrets and silence, and it's funny how as an adult I carried a lot of secrets around that, and I learned that secret keeping from my childhood years. It was just easier to keep secrets. Hello, Jessica. Easier to keep secrets, but the truth is that I just didn't want to face the truth, so the secret keeping cost me in the long run. I was punished by parents. Love you too, Jess. I was punished by parents, for lying, supposedly lying. I don't recall lying as a child, but yet those same parents were teaching me how to lie and deceive people and how to keep secrets. But I want to go more about how that all started. I posted a piece from my book from page 163 in the chapter entitled Secrets in Silence. Secrets in Silence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the paragraph. It's actually the last sentence of the paragraph that I posted on Facebook, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. But on the macro level, and this is actually the first or second paragraph in the book, I believe. Not in the book, in the chapter. Yeah, it's the first chapter. It's the first paragraph in the chapter. On a macro level, secret keeping perpetrates the scourge of child abuse, the scourge of child abuse. On a personal level, it perpetrates the feeling that the child has done something wrong. It perpetrates the feeling that the child has done something wrong. More than almost any other demographic, boys who have been sexually abused are unfairly stigmatized by society. Unfairly stigmatized by society. Almost without exception, men who are sexually abused as children carry a deep sense of shame and unworthiness, feeling that they are somehow broken and tainted because they were abused. I know I felt broken and tainted. I mean, I had the affair in 2004, and Kathy knew I had been abused, but I didn't think I was worthy of her love. And because of that, I just figured she was going to leave me because I felt dirty and tainted. And because of that, I had the affair. It was nothing Kathy did. She was a wonderful woman. She still is. This thought virus about male sexual abuse is unfair, it's untrue, deeply painful, and reinforced by the idea that abuse needs to be kept secret. Now, how is that reinforced? How's that idea reinforced? The societal man rules. The societal rules for men. We're taught to be strong, don't be weak, don't show your emotions, don't show your feelings. So for men who were sexually abused, we feel weak, and if we tell somebody, we're going to look like we're weaklings. Not only that, we could appear to be gay, or if we're gay, well, people will say you asked for it. So we keep this secret for all of our life. or for most of our lives until we get in recovery. What's up, Winger? Good to see you. When I started being abused, I was 12 years old. And I needed a father. My father had just died, so I needed a father figure. I needed a father's love. So when Jack told me not to tell anyone, I listened. There was no threats. There was no physical harm. And I thought Jack was showing me what fatherly love was. And, worst of all, I didn't want a chance losing another father figure. I just lost my father. And now Jack was showing me what I thought was fatherly love. And for the year prior to this, Jack had been there for us. So, and then as I walked out of the room, and he says, Randy, don't tell anybody. This is our little secret. Well, I wasn't going to say nothing. So I learned to keep secrets at a very young age. And that secret was so hard to keep. Countless times during abuse, I wanted to spout it out. But I wanted to tell my grandmother about it. But I feared if I told my grandmother about it, that I would be cut off from my grandmother. I would no longer be allowed to see her. I was afraid that if I said something that, early on, and even in my teenage years, that I would be cut off and I wouldn't have a family to go home to. And what I had was a family. So the secret was kept. And the thing about it is I always felt like this, I was the only one this was happening to. I can remember walking to school going, God, why me? Why am I the only one this is happening to? And what I know now, because of Facebook, a lot of my classmates were going through the same thing at home themselves. Because we're not alone. 1 in 4 boys before the age of 18 will be sexually abused. So we're not alone. But yet we feel all alone. So we don't want to give that secret away because we don't want to look weak to our friends at school. There's a definition of sexual abuse that I find really beneficial in the healing process. And it comes from Judith Lewis Herman. Here's what she wrote. She wrote, any touch or other behavior between the child and adult which must be kept a secret will be considered abuse. Any touch or other behavior between the child and adult which must be kept secret will be considered abuse. So then, let me ask you this. If there was nothing wrong with what Jack was doing to me, why couldn't I tell my mom, the pastor, my grandparents? If there's nothing wrong with the physical abuse, why did I have to keep everything a secret? If it's okay, why does it have to be a secret? It wasn't okay, that's why it had to be a secret. And so I encourage, the parents today and people we talk to is that there's no secrets. There is a good secret. An example of a good secret would be, you got your 2 sons and Timmy and Johnny, and it's going to be Johnny's birthday on Saturday, and you're going to take him to Disneyland on Saturday, and Timmy's getting, Dad, what are we going to do for Johnny? What are we going to do for Johnny? What's up, Mama? What are we going to do for Johnny? What are we going to do for Johnny, for his birthday? We're going to take him to Disneyland on Saturday, but please, you can't say nothing to him, okay? Can't say nothing to him. I want it to be a surprise for him. And so Saturday comes around, right? And Timmy's all excited. He's not saying nothing. He promised his dad he wouldn't say nothing. It was a secret, right? They get in the car, and Dad, can I tell him now? Can I tell him now? And Dad goes, just wait a little bit. A little bit later, Timmy goes, Dad, can I tell him where we're going now? And Dad goes, yeah, you go ahead and tell him now. And then he tells Johnny we're going to Disneyland. It's a secret that has an ending, a good ending. The secrets of abuse, there's no good ending. There is no ending. A lot of times the ending is suicide. A lot of times it's drug and alcohol abuse. So if it's okay for people to do what they're doing to us, why is it not okay for us then to say something to somebody about it? Something to think about. One of the biggest common threads between all survivor stories is centered on the idea of secret keeping. Almost every survivor that I know and that I've worked with is a secret. They don't want to tell nobody. In fact, they haven't. Most people have never told a soul. They just fall deeper and deeper into their addiction. And so when we're talking with men, and we're speaking about it at facilities, and I'm working with men one-on-one, I never force it out of them. Oftentimes they will come to us and say, I never told anybody, but it happened to me too. And matter of fact, I didn't even put it on my intake, but now I'm going to go back and put it on my intake. Even at that, we don't force them to talk anymore about it because we know the shame that's going to come bubbling up. Within that first 12 hours of telling it, we walk away, they're going to be sitting in a dark room somewhere, and the shame's just going to come bubbling up. So it's a real touchy subject, and you got to be real gentle and kind when you talk to men about it. You just got to let them know that you're there for them. But that secret keeping, we get real good at secret keeping. That's all I can tell you. Now, there is a big difference between when women being raped or sexually abused. I call it, it's both the same in my eyes, and men being raped or sexually abused. Now, the only real difference is this. Well, first of all, the main thing is they both feel dirty and tainted, a woman and a man. We feel dirty, we feel tainted, we feel less than. But the difference is that a woman still feels like a woman. Don't get upset, women. Women still feel like a woman, where a man does not feel like a man. And why is that? Well, because we're men. And if we tell somebody that we've been sexually abused, especially being a man, we're going to look like we're less than, we're going to look like we're weak, we could be assumed to be gay. So that's basically one of the biggest differences. Okay, and that's a lot of weight, and and no disregard to women, man, it's devastating to all of this, So, oftentimes the burden of the secret is carried by a child into the adulthood. And it's unconsciously allowing it to become heavier and more painful with each passing year. So we carry the secret around. I carried it around for years. Kathy knew about it. And then I would drink and I'd be okay. And then as time passed, that secret became so heavy on my shoulders that I would rage. The verbal rage. I wasn't a physical, but I verbally would rage because the secret got so heavy and so painful. And the more it went on, the worse it got. I actually told my therapist, I said, man, I was afraid of turning into Jack. And she goes, you were turning into Jack, minus the sexual abuse. But I was turning into Jack with that emotional rage. But fortunately for adult survivors of sexual abuse, we can unlearn all this early programming by learning the truth about secrets and discovering the link between bad secrets, abuse, and toxic shame. Now, that's a journey that doesn't happen overnight. I've been in this journey for 12 years. A lot of my shame has gone away. I carry no more secrets anymore. I'm an open book about everything in my life. The toxic shame, most of it anymore is gone because I know when I get triggered, I know where it's coming from, and I know it's not real, and I know it has nothing to do with me. So I want to end with this. Here are some of the most common threats and manipulations that sexual abusers use on their victims. Now, parents, I want you to listen to this. And if you're not a parent, you know parents, please pass this on. So oftentimes a victim is told this: don't tell or I will hurt you and your family. You can't tell because no one will believe you. We can be special friends, but you have to keep it a secret. What's up, Tony? If you tell, people will know you're bad. Okay? Those are brutal statements to tell a kid that's being abused, male or female. Okay? So parents, here's what we have to do. We can't change our past, and I can't change the past of anybody. My main goal in doing this and writing my book and speaking is to change the future, is to educate people about how we can at least try to stop and snuff some of the abuse that goes on. So here's, as a parent, take the time to talk with your children. Sit them down and tell them, hey, bad things happen in this world. And you know, I pray every day over you that it's not going to happen. But if anybody ever does anything to you and they tell you, don't tell or I'll hurt you or your family, or don't tell because no one will believe you, or we'll be special friends but you can't tell nobody. And if you tell people, we'll know you're bad. They need to know that those are all lies, and that the minute somebody says anything like that, they can come running right to you and tell them exactly what happened and feel safe. And know that mom and dad are going to be there for them and believe them. Because I will tell you what, it's been my experience that more often than not, parents do not believe the kids. Young to old, they do not believe them. They sweep it underneath the rug. You deserve it. You asked. I could give you a million excuses that I've heard. Parents, it's our responsibility to protect our children from the time they're born until the time they leave our house. And I still protect my grown adults. I'm there for them whenever they need me. So we have to start taking responsibility for some of the things that are happening in this world. And that's all I ask. Okay, it's all I ask. Become involved. Tell them, hey, sweetheart, there is no such thing as a secret. If somebody's telling you it's got to stay a secret, it's wrong. Pass this on. Pass this on to people. Let them know. Let your friends know. Let your aunts, your cousins, your grandpa, let everybody know. We have to take action and become part of the solution instead of being part of the problem. Please, I'm passionate about this. You can find more about what I talked about today in my book, Healing the Man Within. You can get it at Amazon.com. I got a workbook. You got to get that directly through me though. So it's a 7-day challenge workbook. Just real simple things that you can do to help get yourself out of yourself. You know, I'm in the process of writing a devotional right now as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be a whole year devotional or not yet, but I don't know. I've got about probably a month worth of devotionals written. So that'll be becoming available soon. If you want to, if you need help with any of this stuff in your life, if you're going through changes in life, you're kind of stuck in life, it doesn't matter what it is. I've got a wealth of knowledge from my experience in life, from raising families to addiction to the abuse situations to businesses. I'll be glad to help you. Just go to my webpage, changeyourlifestorynow.com. That's my life coaching. I'm taking clients. I can work with you and help you move forward. It's a completely different way of working with people. I actually empower you to make your own decisions. I don't do no decision making. I just ask powerful questions to help you figure out your life. The workshop. Kathy and I are doing a couples communication workshop Saturday, January 28th from 11 to 2 right here at my house. I'm hoping that it'll be big enough where I'll have to have it elsewhere besides my house, but it's going to be a really good workshop for couples to learn how to communicate. So go to my website, also changeyourlifestorynow.com, and just go to the workshops, and then you'll see the workshop on there. Just fill out the information and put it in the box. I got something there. You got to fill it out in the box, and I'll send you an invoice and you're registered, okay? And then last but not least is the Ride Across America. It's starting June 18th. I've already got about half a dozen people that are going to ride with me at different areas, but I'm going to have to start fundraising here. I'll put some stuff up on the webpage. Actually, my Courageous Healers webpage is being rebuilt right now, but I need to raise money for that as well. So more will come. More will be revealed on that. So. Yeah, thank you all for joining me tonight, and you all have a very safe and happy New Year. Be safe this weekend. Don't drink and drive. I don't think any of you drink, but if you do, don't drink and drive. There's Uber or Lyft. Take advantage of that. What else? I think that's it. So you all have a super, super blessed evening. If nobody tells you they love you today, Randy does, and so does God. Thanks a lot. Bye.